Hello everybody and welcome back. Today I am actually doing a Project Life process video for you. I'm going to be starting my 2019 album, and this year I am still going to be doing it monthly, but this year I'm going to be switching up sizes and am going to be doing a 9x12. So this will be new for me because I've been doing 12x12 for as long as I can remember. So it'll be a little bit different, but I am excited for this new change. So let's get started. You'll see that I've got most of my pictures already placed where I want them, and right now I'm going through some cards, and these cards are from the January Stories by the Month kit from Ali Edwards. I've got a lot of blues and reds and a little bit of yellows in my pictures, so I'm going to stick with those colors for my journaling cards. Now that I've gone through my Ali Edwards kit, I am going to be needing some more journaling cards. I'm going to go ahead and grab my stack of journaling cards from my Studio Calico kit. I believe it was from the January kit, and I'm going to go through those and see if I can't find a couple that might work. I do want to point out that the top left-hand corner, that pocket is going to have a see-through element, and on the other side is going to be my title page, so I'm going to leave that one empty. And then I do have another picture that I need to print out as well. While I was going through the cards, I made two piles, the ones that are maybe cards and the ones that won't fit. And right now I'm just going through the maybe pile to see if any will work for what I want. So I'm going to go ahead and put the ones that I want to keep where they're going to go, and so I can go from there. I've narrowed down most of my cards that I want to use, so right now I'm going to move on to placing a couple embellishments around. Let me go ahead and tell you what most of these pictures are from. Me and my husband celebrated our anniversary this month on the 11th, so some of these pictures, actually most of them, are going to be from our trip down to Hollywood. One of the things that I've always wanted to do since moving here to California was to go down to Hollywood and see the stars on the sidewalk. So we went ahead and drove down. It was on a Friday. I've had this stamp set from Kelly Purkey for a while, and it has this perfect Hollywood sign stamp. So that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to put it on a plain piece of cardstock, so that way I can put my journaling underneath of it. Next up is I'm going to add a little hello stamp to this picture. It's really hard to tell in the video, but you can see the Hollywood sign in the background. So I'm going to put the hello stamp there and probably a little embellishment as well. I'm going to pick one of these puffy stickers and put right in front of the word hello on my picture. And then I'm going to move on, and I decided to put the word us on top of that chipboard piece that's on top of our photo there. At first I thought I would put the hashtag and then us, but then later I decided that it was too big and I will just use the word us. All right, next up is I'm going to find a couple chipboard pieces. You'll see that I put the one that says January on one of the cards, and then I have a little tiny one that's going to go on my moon. During January, we watched the lunar eclipse through our telescope here. My husband was able to get a pretty good picture through the telescope, so I'm glad that I got to add that to my spread. And right now I am going to play around with this card, this kind of reddish pinkish card. I'm going to add one of the ovals from the Stories by the Month kit, and then also a star. I'm going to go ahead and finish that card up later. I do want to add probably some stamping on the bottom. I'm going to do a little switching around of journaling cards right now, and maybe some rearranging of the pictures just to make it all even, spread the colors around. And I'm going to add this Hollywood stamp that I put onto a plain piece of paper. I'm going to put it actually on top of this saying that I have on the journaling card, and I do like that a lot better. I'm going to add a little star, a wood star on that card, and then it will be done. It just needs my journaling on the bottom. This is the point in my spread that I'm going to go ahead and start journaling and also embellishing my journaling cards, because that's really all I have left. So I added the number 17 to the blue card on the top, and that represents the number of years that we've been married. I'm going to eventually cut that card down to 3x4 size, but I am going to put it through my printer first because it'll be easier in the 4x6 size, and then I'll cut it down. I am going to add a couple of embellishments on to the blue Celebrate card right now. I'm going to go ahead and put a stamp on the bottom, and then I'm going to add a couple of embellishments on to the stamp. Here's what it looks like. I just need to cut the rest of that sticker off the bottom, and then it's ready to have my journaling be printed on it. I typically like to save my journaling for the last thing that I do, just to get all my embellishments on to the cards and know exactly where they're going to go. So that way I can make sure that I have enough room for the journaling and the embellishments. So that's what I'm going to do now. I am just playing around with this card that is all about watching the lunar eclipse, and I've cut out that half sticker, the part that says PM, because it was night, obviously. All right, and now is the point where I'm going to start adding my journaling, and then I can go ahead and put the embellishments on the cards so I can get this spread done. I'm going to go ahead and cut this card down like I said I was going to. I need to try and remember that I can use my 4x6 cards and just cut them down, because I will have a lot of 3x4 pockets switching over to this 9x12 size. The next thing that I want to do is I have a story about my daughter and her not talking to me because I made her put down her phone, and she was listening to her Hamilton playlist because she had a couple things to do. And so I wanted to get a sticker from the tech story kit from Ellie Edwards from a while ago. So I've got this headphone sticker that I want to use, and I'm just trying to figure out how, and I'm going to play around with a couple things and eventually go with a couple of these phrase stickers, and then put the headphone sticker, the circle one, in the O in the word hello in this card here. So I think that will work out just fine. I'm going to go ahead and stamp on this card here, this filler card. I have a stamp from the story kit from January. Then I'm going to add a couple of them here and there. And then I can go ahead and put the chipboard piece on top and also the star. The stamp says, "This year I want to focus on," and I'm going to put the word slow. As soon as I get done stamping on the card, I'm going to pick some of these gray little letter stickers, and I'm going to put the word slow down there at the bottom. here's a closer look at how the card turned out, and I am done with that one, and I'm going to move on. I believe I am just about done with this spread here. I have a couple things to glue down and then I am done. So I am going to wrap up by saying thank you so much for watching and coming back to my channel. I know I took a little break there, but hopefully I will be back on a regular schedule. And I will be sharing some of my project life and other things that I will be doing throughout 2019. Stay tuned for some pictures at the end, and I will go ahead and say goodbye, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks guys, bye.